speaker, esteemed judges, and worthy opponents. Today's motion, this House would let the government fully own and manage all public transportation in Indonesia. It's not merely a proposal for reform, but a call for a fundamental transformation of our nation's infrastructure. We are the government firmly believe that this transformation is essential for the progress and prosperity of Indonesia. The issue at hand is the current fragmented and inefficient state of public transportation in Indonesia. The status quo is characterized by a chaotic mix of private operators leading to, first, safety concern. Profit-driven motives often compromise safety standards, resulting in accidents and endangering lives. Second, inequality in access. Many rural and marginalized communities are underserved or entirely neglected, hindering their economic and social mobility. The third, environmental damage. The lack of a coordination system exacerbate traffic and congestion and increase pollution contribute to climate change. The fourth, lack of integration. The absence of an unfilled system led to inconvention of commuters, discouraging the use of public transportation. Our proposal is a simple yet powerful solution to consolidate all public transportation under full government and ownership and management. This will allow us to prioritize safety by establishing and enforcing uniform safety standards across the board. First, ensure equitable access by providing service to all regions, connecting communities and fostering inclusivity. The second, promote sustainability by investing in eco-friendly technologies and optimize routes to reduce emissions. Third, create an integrated system by implementing coordinated schedule, ticketing, routes for seamless travel. Our argument are as follows. First, enhance public welfare. Public transportation is a vital public service, not a commodity. The government is the best positioned to prioritize the welfare of its citizens over profit, ensuring safe, reliable, and affordable transportation for all. Second, strategic development. Development control allow for integrated planning, align transportation for development with broader national goals such as economic growth, urbanization, and regional development. Third, long-term investment. The government can make long-term investment in infrastructure and technology that private companies may be unwilling or unable to undertake, leading to a more sustainable and efficient system. Possible opposition points and our rebuttal. Opposition. Government inefficient and bureaucracy will hinder effective management. We can rebuttal. We will implement a robust management structure, accountability mechanism, and utilize technology to ensure efficiency and transparency. Opponents said nationalism will settle in innovation and competition. We can rebut innovation will be driven by the need to improve service and management public need with focus, sustainable, and access solution. Opposition said the cost of national will be too high. The long-term economic and social benefit of an efficient public transportation system will far outweigh in the initial cost. In my conclusion, Honorable Speaker motion the government fully manage all public transportation in Indonesia is a critical step toward more just, sustainable, and prosperous future. We urge this House to support this motion and pave the way for a transportation system that truly serves the people. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, esteemed judges, and respected member of this House, we, the opposition, stand firmly against the motion. This House would let the government fully own and manage all the public transportation in Indonesia. While we acknowledge the challenges facing our current public transportation system, we believe that the government's proposed solution of complete nationalism is not only misguided but also detrimental to the progress of our nation. The issue, as framed by the government, paints a bleak picture of chaos and inefficiency. However, we argue that the status quo, while imperfect, possesses elements of dynamism and potential that would be stable by complete government control. The current system is a mix of first is private enterprises, driving innovation and competition, leading to a diverse service offerings. Second is government initiative, already playing a role in regulation, and providing essential infrastructure. The third is community-based solution, addressing specific local needs with flexibility and responsiveness. Our stand is to modify and improve the status quo rather than dismantle it entirely. We propose a balanced approach that leverage the strengths of both the private and public sector through number one is enhanced regulation, implementing stricter safety standards and ensuring fair competition. Number two is strategic partnership, fostering collaboration between government and private entities to improve infrastructure and expand service. Number three is target subsidies, supporting essential service in underserved areas without eliminating private sector involvement. Our argument against the motion are follow. The first is stealth innovation and efficiency. Government monopolies are notorious for reoccurrency and lack of innovation. Introducing market competition fosters efficiency, responsiveness, and to consumer needs, and the adoption of new technologies. Nationalization will kill this dynamism. Second is risk of mismanagement and corruption. Centralized government control increases the risk of mismanagement, political influence, and corruption. Private sector accountability, while not imperfect, provides a degree of checks and balance that a government monopoly lacks. The third is financial burden on taxpayers. Nationalization will impose a massive financial burden on taxpayers, requiring significant public funds to acquire and operate exciting private assets. This diverse resources from the other essential services like education and healthcare. I will give you the possible opposition point and our rebuttal. If government said nationalization will ensure equitable access to public transportation, we can rebuttal targeted subsidies and public-private partnership can achieve equitable access without the inefficiencies of a complete government takeover. If the government said government can control is necessary for long-term strategic planning, we can rebuttal the government can guide strategic development through effective regulation, incentive, and infrastructure investment without owning and overseeing every aspect in the system. If government said the private sector prioritizes profit over safety, we can rebuttal strong regulation and enforcement of safety standards can address safety control within a mixed system while fostering a culture of responsibility in the private sector. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the motion to let the government fully own and manage all public transportation in Indonesia is a step backward. It sacrifices innovation, efficiency, and economic prudence for the illusion of centralized control. We advocate for the collaborative and balanced approach that harnesses and strengths of both the public and private sector to create a truly effective and sustainability transportation system for Indonesia. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a